Now, Egypt's parliament has voted in favor of a new civil service law. Under the new legislation, government employees will receive a 5% financial incentive out of their basic salaries. Now, that's up from the previous 2.5%. The law will regulate the performance of around 6.3 million employees in state departments and public authorities. Now, it's aimed at fighting corruption and bureaucracy in Egypt's government and, of course, reforming the country's outdated administrative system. Not all are happy with the bill, however. Some claim it imposes numerous harsh and arbitrary punishments on government employees. Well, Yasser Hakim joins us in Cairo with some insight into this new bill. Yasser, welcome to the show. Now, of course, the civil service law has been widely criticized. It was initially rejected in February last year we saw thousands of workers protesting against it. Now, what compromise was reached in order for this law to be passed?
Well, Uchi, it's a big law with a lot of articles, but obviously for any worker or laborers or employees, money is the main thing, and stability, especially in the government, whereby in Egypt the government employees are never sacked unless it's a huge problem there. But it's very, very rare throughout his career that a government employee is sacked from his position. Only some punishment throughout the thing. So putting in some punishments, harsh punishments, like you said, has caused an uproar, as well as decreasing the amount that is incentive every year, the annual increase in salaries, and that has been the case. It was until this year a 10% increase every year. Now it's down to, the government wanted it 5%, and now they have reached a compromise which is 7% with Parliament. As well as increasing the incentives by 2.5%, like 2.5%, like you said. So those two compromises were the ones that have kind of brought the parliament to agree. Although a lot of employees are still not happy, they feel that they need 10% every year, an increase in their salaries, at least 10%, because inflation in Egypt is from 10 to 12%. So at least the salaries should increase by that, so the Egyptians can afford their basic needs.
Now, Yasser, we know the law is part of Egypt's 5-year macroeconomic plan, of course, to cut the state budget deficit. Give us some insight into how this new law is going to help with that, how it will streamline wage structures and, of course, hiring practices in the country.
Now, first of all, corruption is a big issue concerning the old law, the current one, and obviously bureaucracy, and those two needed to be addressed and addressed firmly, and that's what the new law has been doing. And corruption in how employees are being employed or chosen for the jobs, how they're promoted, it's all been throughout the years something that's full of corruption. Friends, relatives are brought into the jobs by directors in these positions, or are given money as in return to employ some people into the jobs. And also promotion. You write reports that would let someone in be promoted when he's not doing work, and there was no evaluation, and all this has been addressed. The system for employing is now computerized. That would not give room for corruption. Promotions according to performance and not according to how old or how long have you been in the job. And as well as the structure, the money that will be spent. Right now, there's not much employment. What's happening is that they're waiting for people, thousands every year are go into pension, and they don't employ a younger generation. So to free the place for employees and to lower the number, to reduce the number of employees, and thus make money for the salaries. And with time, they will start employing new jobs. But at this point, there's no employment at the state or government in any facility for the last 3 years, and I think it will stay like this for a couple of years again.
Well, thank you so much, Yasser, for those insights. Yasser Hakim joining us there in Cairo.